gonna be pretty poor lighting, but damn, look at that hair. It's voluminous. Um, the thing that I want to talk about today is uh, just the feeling of going through all the motions, and as you do so, just going to your job, drinking coffee, getting through all the boring shit throughout the day. Uh, um, Even getting to the things that I want to do after work, like art and exercise. It can eventually feel all routine, and I would ultimately like to say, like, the things that I choose to do with my free time, I'm really happy with, and I would choose nothing else to do. It is doing art and trying to improve my body are by far the most fulfilling things that I feel like I can do with my life. It's just that I get through these times where it's like, like, oh man, I'm not having fun, or I'm not feeling as accomplished, and I just want to be honest with myself and say, like, this isn't going to be, like, you're not going to feel like with anything that gets old or used to or routine, yeah, it can feel mundane again. And I would say that doing art, getting home, organizing my commissions, trying to do the best I can with creating a piece is still fun. It's still, I still feel a little bit of accomplishment trying to put out the best work that I can, being paid for it, and then I guess moving on to the next project. That is great. It has genuinely been some time though since I've just felt like I've been very in the moment and just sat beside myself looking at what I'm doing and feeling very accomplished with just having this craft or this skill. It's kind of weird to say. I don't know if it's going to be translated very well, but yeah, I remember there were some times where I was just, I think usually whenever somebody's learning something new and you're trying to digest and then put into practice what you learned, that's when you sort of get these aha moments and feelings of, I did it, because it's totally new and fresh, and you were able to implement that new fresh thing into your craft and your skill arsenal. So maybe I'm missing a little bit of that. And as I'm thinking about it, there's always room to grow and to learn. And if you feel like you're not growing, then maybe that's where this feeling of like kind of stagnation comes into place. But I wouldn't say I'm unhappy with the quality of work that I'm able to put out today. I really do like having the ability now to put out stuff that people will like, favorite, and share online, and that other people would just love to get a slot for my artwork when I open commissions. That is always like a really nice sight to behold, and I feel like, yeah, as long as I keep on marching on, just being a little engine of producing the stuff that I want to make, I will get better at whatever it is that is. Excuse me. But it's just tough a little bit. Like when you get this sense of just feeling like you're not fully seated in your position. Like, I'm just kind of here. And I think most of the time, yeah, it's just getting by, just kind of feeling that little, like, loose sense of, like, yeah, I'm just here chugging along. Not every single day needs to feel like an absolute victory, but I feel like there was a genuine sense of being that little motivated dude who can always find the joy and had the tenacity to try and just have this really strong sense of motivation and energy and kick-assness energy. I I don't want to be like this old grudgy, frumpy kind of dude who's just like, oh, back in my day, when I was a young whippersnapper, I could do X, Y, Z. It's like, no, like mentally, like we should still keep that mindset and incorporate the new things that we've learned, but still kind of keep that base level of energy and excitement for the things that we love to do and the things that we want to look forward to do. Like establishing those things to just keep yourself going and having fun, I think is very crucial. Otherwise detrimental if you don't have it. So yeah, I just don't want to lose that spark. And since this has been sort of loosely on my mind, I can feel myself just thinking about it a little bit more day to day. And always making these videos talking about it just gives myself a sense of putting down a flag, planting myself, and saying, "This is how I feel. This is how I have to move forward from this." I guess not really mental block, but just mental state of saying I'm not quite comfortable being at this like level of meh. So let's improve ourselves. Let's get better at whatever it is that we want to do. Set out things to do, make your lists, keep a planner, just all the above. I know that's super general, but I feel like if I don't establish those big general goals every so often, I get stuck in the little day-to-day stuff. And it kind of bogs it down. I want to be a person who can think clearly, envision objectives, and do and execute on those things. Not like some mindless, like freaking like metal machine that can just sure pump out content or whatever. Some people can. They're geared towards that. I'm not that person, and it's sad to say in an industry that thrives off of constant new creativity. I would love to be that, and I'm not. That is something that I think that is very unhealthy for me to pursue because it creates this really piss poor dynamic of expecting great things day to day. And yeah, sort of like what I just mentioned before about being victorious every single day, it can get really quite toxic to myself. And if I find myself not achieving these incredibly high standards and thresholds, my health in mental and physical just capacity dwindles, and I immediately judge myself based off of the machines out there of the world that can share their stuff online every day and just like really hammer it in, and that's why they're at the top of their whatever industry. But that's not my concern. That's their life. That's not mine. It's something I can sort of glean inspiration from every once in a while, but I really have to just know what are my limitations and my strengths that I can play to, so that in times of feeling like a little, below myself or beneath my abilities, I can remind myself that, hey, you're a freaking person. You're not just your art gallery profile online that's always displaying your finished work. You have to work to get to the finished results. And it's just an archive or accumulation of the things that you've done. But every time you set these little goals in place and you just take one little baby step forward each and every day, and then that accumulates and you look back on your giant massive pile of shit that you did, whether it's good shit or bad shit, I don't know, but you still have a mark and a legacy that you could look back on that would I don't know, give you some sense of like, look at what I did, like that's what I accomplished. So maybe taking some time for myself, thinking about it now in the moment. Thinking about what I've done, appreciating how far I've come, being grateful for the people that I have around me, looking a little bit into other people that could inspire me is very important and very valid. But this is just sort of, what I have to remind myself, and why I do these little vloggy type journals, is because this is how I take care of myself mentally, by not only like reading and watching videos of other people doing things, but just making a verbal message for myself to focus on, recuperate myself a little bit. I feel like as I'm on social media so much and just doing the day-to-day life things that just distract you, you get a little desperate, like not desperate, but disparate, like you get spread thin. So I just want to take this moment to sort of pull it all back together. Be more in the moment and just not be too critical, but have a little bit of good stress to push that envelope for myself. So that's what's been on my mind, and I think, I just want to get back to making stuff, and even though I think my last artwork came out only a week ago, and I feel like that's been forever, but just always keep the ball rolling, and I've always got constant whips and progresses, work in progresses in the back burner. It's just that when the wave of stuff gets complete, that's when it gets shared, and then that's when you feel the adulation for the work that you've done. But realize that when you're working through it and you're building up all of the stuff that you've done, don't forget to look back and say, hey, this is what I've accomplished, and I'm always and still working towards adding to that pile. So, bleh. That's it. Okay. Have a lovely day, and I look forward to more stuff. Bye-bye.
Hello folks, you made it to the end of the video, and I wanted to congratulate you with this ad. If you want to check out more things that I do and keep up with my creative projects, you can follow my Twitter at Shikokubo. That's SHIKOKUBO. Fair warning, it is pretty Wild West up there, so whatever you see is what you get, and I am not taking responsibility. But if you want to check out my Patreon, that's also at Shikokubo. That's SHIKOKUBO. And I generally treat it as a tip jar, so if you'd like to just throw some fun bucks my way, it goes a very long way for me, my projects, and the show. So I'll just still make this stuff, but a little goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and take care. Bye-bye.